Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Making Connections with your girl, Aly. That will be me. I hope everybody's doing good today. Happy Saturday. Y'all know my two favorite days of the week are Saturday and Monday because what happens? I get to sit across somebody amazing and get to talk about their journey. And so I'm excited. I'm excited you're here with us today. Like again, I said, we are here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. And today I want to introduce you all to Mr. Rollo Jesus. He is based out
Peace,
of
family.
Atlanta. Huh?
No, I was just saying peace to everyone.
Yeah. So, since this is your first time on our platform, and we welcome you and we appreciate you sharing your journey with us and with our family. So, I want to give you opportunity just to introduce yourself.
Well, peace, everyone. Like I said, my name is Rollo Jesus. I'm an artist, a hip hop artist based out of Atlanta. That's where I got my start. But I'm definitely more than an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an actor. Uh, I have a clothing line. I've been involved in being here in Atlanta for over 20 years. I have some beautiful relationships with a lot of people in some places. I have not gained a lot of money out of this industry, but I gained a lot of wisdom. Also, help artists along the way about the music business. So I have my hand in a lot of things, but the most important thing to me would be based in the music. So hip hop artist from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been doing it since I was acting at the tender age of like 8 years old, and fell in love with hip hop through the rehearsal breaks. And ever since the age of like 12 years old, I was in the cafeteria beating on the tables, in school getting 20 minutes from at the end of at the end of the lunch to send everybody back to school. So ever since I can remember, hip hop has been in me, and I've been grinding forever. So I just want to just put that out there that the music is my roots, and that's where they start.
Awesome, awesome. I see Jonathan is on with us. Hey, Jonathan Coleman.
Shout out Jonathan. Yeah, that's my guy, man. Peace, family. Some guy named Jay.
Some guy named Jay, and he is good at making connections.
Yes,
He's
he is.
if you need somebody to help you get out there to produce your product, to market your product, make sure you contact Jonathan Coleman. So
Absolutely.
I always love that question, but I think you kind of answered it a little bit. But when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I think the first time I heard hip hop, I remember one time I was digging through my sister's boyfriend's cassette tapes. He had this Chevy with all this music in it, and I remember when I first popped in Biggie Ready to Die, like the feel that just gave me. And back in those days, like hip hop was such a smorgasbord full of artists to listen to. We can indulge in some West Coast hip hop, some East Coast hip hop. You had your country's rap. Everybody had a role to play in the music business and the industry. So I was able to soak up all of that from your Snoops to your Tupacs and your KRS Ones. And when I first started in the business, my guy Big Jimmy from Fourth Generation Productions, when he put us on, he made us study all the greats. So we talking about Grandmaster Flash, and we talking about Cool G Raps, and we talking about the slicks of the game. So not only
Yeah.
am I in the game, but I'm also a student. But ever since I can remember, and I've been just loving hip hop ever since the first time I heard it, because it wasn't just about the music; it's about the fashion. It's a way of life on how we live and everything that we do. So I just fell in love with the culture. And yeah, it was definitely through the music. But ever since I can remember, I've been wanting to freestyle. Ever since I was before I could drive, before I could walk, before I could know who I am as a person, I was trying to do something in the music business.
Awesome. And it is so true that a lot of music really told about what was happening at the time, what was going on. It was a way that artists used to express, you know, either their feelings or, letting everybody know maybe you're not over here on the east side, but this is what's going on, don't you think?
Absolutely, and that's what hip hop was. That's the only way we knew. Me being from the South, Atlanta, and never been to California, that a guy out there likes Dickies and Taylors and six four Impalas, and we know guys from New York. They like Timberlands and Jeeps and Land Cruisers. So yeah, hip hop gave us that, and being in Texas with the 84s and Vogues and trunks and all that. So hip hop gave us a vision, and it brought us all together on what each man was doing without even having to leave like your front yard or having to leave, your television set. And that's why I love hip hop, because it gave us a platform for artists to paint a picture of whatever neck of the woods or wherever they're from. And so yeah, just to be a voice, and for artists to fight for our freedom of speech rights and all that. So it's just the whole thing about the culture. I've always definitely been intrigued with, and continuing on.
So since you've been in it for so long, 20 years ago or so, how difficult though was it to get the music produced? To
Oh, it
actually
was
get
very
it on air.
it was very difficult, because I mean, first off, and this is just my generation. I know before my generation and my forefathers, you actually had to learn how to play an instrument in order to even be in the studio. So you had to have some kind of talent. Like, it wasn't, your homeboy, your cousin, or somebody you're affiliated with just laying around the lab. I mean, you had people that was geniuses and play multiple instruments and things like that before I was even thinking about doing music. And even when I started doing music, it wasn't no computers in
Mm,
the studio. We had our 1680s, we had our beat machines, but it wasn't no Mac, and it wasn't like all these Pro Tools and all this other stuff that you can download for the software. So you still have to be some kind of musically inclined to sample those records and use the MP. And it was very difficult to get our music out there. I mean, we might have hit right before the open mic scene hit big in Atlanta. My group and our mama son Mason, and I was the forefront of that, where we would be all over Atlanta doing open mic shows, trying to get our record broken, record spun, and hitting the Chitlin circus and putting up posters and flyers, and just trying to go all down these backwoods and to all these towns to get a buzz. And it was very difficult. Like, you really either had to be super talented or know somebody that was in the business for you to be able to move around, instead of now it's kind of like a cookie cutter process.
mm. Whew. So but you're right. I mean, because I just think about with all the technology that is of today, we didn't have that kind of stuff. And
Absolutely.
even I think about like our 8-track tapes and stuff like that. And you say that to some kids these days, they're like, 8-track, what does that even look like? So times have
Absolutely.
definitely changed. But what do you think it would have been like if you would have had just like a fourth of like the instrumentation and the technology back then that we have today?
I think the music would come from a more soulful place. Like, I think each individual artist will still paint their picture differently, but I think the creativity of the record, the behind the scenes process of making those records, it brings out certain feelings. It's like, for instance, like a Marvin Gaye with the What's Going On record. I mean, the signs of the times, instrumentation, everything going on behind it. And when you have a team of people who's working with you to help you put that process together, and that brings out so much in the record as well. Because I mean, the listeners and the fans are indulging in the final process of what that creative process was to make that record. So yeah, I mean, just being in the studio and listening to those strings over and over, or listening to whatever sound that just touched that spot within you, it would definitely make you create a whole nother record. And whatever um process that you had for writing a record would be totally different as well. Because we artists, we only talk about and rap about what's going around us and how we feel. So I mean, yeah, the process would definitely be a lot better. If we had a fourth, I think the music would be a lot better. I think the artists that's out now, and they are super talented artists, but they will be pushed more to come up with more better content.
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember who I had on the show, but they were talking about that. It's like you were saying back in the day, it's like you had to kind of know everything, even if you didn't play all the instruments, but you needed to know what the sound was. You needed to know when to bring them in. You needed to know about the backup singers. Now, it seems like I'm not in the business, but just from the things that I've heard, you can get like some background singers, and just do it on an instrument opposed to or a what would you call it? Not an instrument, but a some kind of technology opposed to actually
Right.
everybody being there, everybody working together, everybody making that sound happen, everybody, keep trying it until you get that exact sound and you like, oh, that's it. That's the
Absolutely.
hit right there.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right.
So what do you think about so in saying that though, like the new artists and people coming out, what kind of advice do you give them? Because you come from so many different generations and you don't want them to lose that because that is special. What do you tell them?
Own your rights, own your masters. Take your
Mm,
time, learn the music business. Like, don't just get in it for the money, because when you do it for the money, you miss the whole point of what your journey is about. You do it for the love, and the money will come. But be about your business. Like, understand what a pro is, understanding contracts, understand what you're getting into, what you're giving up, and just being more smart and understanding that even though you in the artistry part, it's still a business, and we all have to learn the business, because even now a lot of our old artists are shaking up to this day because of bad music business deal. And I want everybody to know that if you watching this and you're a young artist or you're trying to do your thing, that the music business was built to get rich off our ignorance. So as long as we're ignorant to the game, that's how much things that we would give up. So just know,
mm,
like, the more you know about what you when you involved with, you'll be able to protect yourself and get a better situation so you can feed your kids and your family in the long run.
hmm And that is so important. A lot of times we just blindly trust somebody. They say, "Oh, hey, I can make you big. I can, get your music out there," and we're just like, "Okay, let's go," because you just want to be heard, but we don't think about all the hours and the time that you're putting in, and this is your creation, so you should have ownership of that, opposed to somebody else having ownership and somebody else being able to change it or give it to somebody else. So, did you experience some of
Absolutely.
that as you went along the way?
No, I never experienced that. I always been independent. I've been around some major situations, but I've always been independent. So I've always owned everything. I own my masters, I own my catalog, I own my publishing, I own all of that. So even in the situations that was, that I felt like that I wasn't supposed to be in, it was spiritual for me not to be in those situations. So I'm still here as an independent artist. And what's good about that is I grind and work so hard through the years. Now it's an independence time, and it's kind
Mm,
of like I've made my way through that the threshold, and I went through the storm to come out where I'm supposed to be, which is now everybody's independent. You got people, like myself, that have their own clothing line, that have their own merchandise, who doing their own thing and finding their own career. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take anything back that I learned from the game, but I came out unscathed, and I'm glad that the situation turned in my favor too. Now, we say that independent is the new major.
okay, okay. Awesome. I love it. And so, still taking it back a little bit, when you fell in love with hip hop and you like, oh, this is it. I want to do this. I'm sure there's probably, well, maybe not for you, but I know that in business, in life, people have dreams, they have goals, but then they get a little scared because they're like, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't even know how to get started. Did you ever experience any of that? And if you did, how did you get past that?
Well, I guess it was easy for me. I never experienced that because I just was always, I guess, had charisma and I had the it factor. So it wasn't nothing for me, even though I still had a lot to learn. Like, I still did it. Like, I still freestyle. Like, I wasn't scared to, to step out there and put those words together. Like, I never questioned myself. So no, I think I never really had that problem as far as, getting into the business. It was just for me all about learning and all about preparing myself for what I'm doing now. It wasn't about getting a record deal back then and being rich, and because the time's always been there. Like, I've always been around the right people. You can ask, a lot of people in the city about me. My name ring bells. And I work from a lot of people, from the Dungeon family to the Attic crew here in Atlanta. I got relationships with a lot of people from over at Grand Hustle. A lot of DJs. I mean, a lot of people love me, but it wasn't my time to actually do what I did at that time. All that was preparation for me to be able to move now as an independent artist and get on platforms like yours and make connections and get out here and really move and sell my brand and do my thing, so I could be able to own everything I was supposed to own. So yeah, I think all that was a test to get to where I'm at now, and that's to move as an independent artist. In today's music business, because how it's set up exactly for this. And if I hadn't did that, I would be operating under the old business structure. Would be, to take your demo to the record label and hope something shakes and all that. Like, it's not even that kind of industry no more. And if you think that, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to this platform, then you'll need to understand that is over. Like, you have to put your own coins into your music to get it sounding right, the mix and the mastering, like all that is you now.
Mhm.
And if you don't put that look and that sound in there, you're doing yourself a disfavor. So I'm glad I went through all that so I could be here right now with you on this platform, bringing good music and good conversation, and just being able to articulate in itself is a good thing in today's music business.
Oh wow. So like for your label, do you help the young artists that are coming out to get their sound right? Do you How does that work? What do you do with
Absolutely.
like
Well, my label right now, I signed myself to my label, and I'm proud about that. Being able to sign myself to myself, like I 360 myself, I sign myself. So everything that I do is coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely proud about that. But I had a conference call that I did for like 5 years. It's called the Artist Network Conference Call with DJ Cadex. And I did that for like 5+ years. And that's was our thing every Monday. We was on these conference calls, um, digging into the artists and letting them know about the music business, let them know about everything I just discussed, from knowing your pro, knowing about the music business, the ins and the outs. So yeah, I do this. I actually got a consultation company. I'm a part of the label that actually help underground artists to sign up for their pros, to sign up to know what ASCAP is, BMI is, and all, and so we can own our publishing company. The difference between a writer and a publisher, what is sound exchange, what is copyrights. So yeah, I mean that's definitely what I do. And like I said earlier, I didn't gain a lot of money from this industry, but I gained a lot of wisdom, and
mm,
it's a lot of artists that's young right now, that's getting put on so fast that they don't know what a pro is, and they got somebody that's beside them just giving them money every week or something like a job, but they don't understand that's going to get old. And when you get ready to
right?
get out of that situation and do your own thing, you won't be able to do that. And now you're going to want to do harm to the next person because you felt like they did you wrong, but they really didn't do you wrong. It was business. You just don't know the business.
Mm. Whew. And I think, and you've mentioned it several times about not just going after the money. I mean, because, and I think really, even though we're talking about music, it can go with any business, any career. Don't just go after the money. Make sure you're intentional. Make sure you know why you're serving the people. Make sure you know why your gift is so important. And if you just let your light shine, if you just give that gift flow, the money's gonna come. It. And like you said though, even like you maybe haven't made a lot of money, but you have so much wisdom, and you're able to help so many other people. So your platform is still huge. It's still, your impact is amazing. So, you know,
Yeah, just exactly what you said. The key word you said was serving, because it's power when you serve others. It's power in that, and that's what artists forget. That's what we do. We serve the people. We're nothing without our fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, even hip hop culture, artists would the MC would just put here to let people know how dope our DJ was, and now we become this arrogant person that's all we do for a whole album is talk about what we got and how much of other than things that we got more than everybody else. And it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be, good quality sound music of an artist that's painting a picture. And I want to say that it is coming to that. It is some light at the end of the tunnel. The music is coming back. You got a lot of good hip hop now, artists that's trying to stand up for social commentary and things that's going on around them. So it is coming back. It's just that we have to, get through what we're going through right now.
awesome. That's some good stuff right there. So, what I
Thank
want
you.
you to do right now is we're going to play your song and get that weight up. And so, tell us a little bit about it before we play it.
Get that weight up. It's not just a song. It's it's a war cry. It's a mantra. It's when you going through the coronavirus and all this pandemic, and you don't know what you want to do, and you don't know, how you're going to live, and what's going on. It's all about getting that weight up. Like, it's way more just a song. It's about going through the struggle. It's about coming back on top, and it's about getting that weight up as well. Whatever you involved in your everyday life, whatever your business is, you get that weight up. As far as your being financial literate, you get that weight up. It's all about being better than yesterday. That's what my clothing brand was built off this song, is Get That Weight Up apparel. And the song and Get That Weight Up is exactly what it's saying. Every day you be better than yesterday. Every day when you get up and you grind, and you don't worry about what's going on in your life, or if you was, down a little in your life. You get that weight up every day. Your heart has a muscle. We have muscles here. We have muscles in our feelings. So, you get that weight up. And just like, I just talked so excited about the record, because I am so excited about the record, because I want everybody to hear this record to be excited about it. I want everybody to be enthused about it, because it's something that's different that was out now. People said that they tired of a certain thing. So now we come in with, the inspiration, to be better for the whole family. So Get That Weight produced by Kenny Buttons, who's featured on the record. Kenny Buttons out of New York City. And it's a banger, y'all. Real talk. Y'all get that weight up out there.
Yes. And, just hearing you talk about it, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's like your heart muscle, everything, get that weight up. It's okay. Things happen. Life is life. But you got to keep that weight up. I mean, because you can't let it get you down. And so let's listen to the song, because he done got me all excited. So this is Get That Weight Up by Rollo Jesus.
Rollo Jesus, Kenny Buttons.
Money, get that weight up. Money, get that weight up.
Coming from the bottom.
Money, get that cake on me.
On my way to the top.
Money, get that weight up. I'm just out here trying to get it, understand on me. Ooh. Money, get that weight up.
Earning my respect.
Money, get that cake on me.
I ain't fearing none.
Money, get that weight up. It's the same old song, let it play, homie.
Gotta get up out this hole, nigga bro. Hit the money roll, not a stain on him. Sticking to the grind, it's my time. Road's been rough, but I'm gon' shine. Taking each of these bucks, earning each of my bruises, putting in my work. I ain't making excuses. Got me stacking all of this paper, throwing all of my weight. I hustle all day long and double all this cake while I'm riding around my city. Seat sitting so low, got my strap in my lap, I'm just counting up my dough. Going overdrive my Bordeaux, fresh in my wardrobe. I ain't playing no games, getting everything I came for. This low life, they know I press on and won't quit. Put me down on your payroll, miss me with that. I sacrifice everything, always can do better. And when it comes to this grinding, I'm money like Mayweather. Yeah.
Money, get that weight up. Money, get that cake on me. Money, get that weight up. I'm just out here trying to get it, understand on me. Ooh. Money, get that weight up. Money, get that cake on me. Money, get that weight up. It's the same old song, let it play, homie.
Ain't nothing but success, I'm living good. Gripping grain, rolling through my neighborhood. Through the good times, the bad too. Everything's organic, talking grassroots. Stand down, 10 toes, knee deep on pushing. You going down like quicksand, on the sideline looking. My way up, I hustle, kicking them but flavor. I'm running up that check, sharp as a razor. The master of my fate, my destiny, I'm working. Gotta leave my legacy before I close this curtain. I'm off to the next level, sit behind this tent. If it don't make dollars, then you know it don't make sense. That's how I be setting my rules, when I ain't gon' lose. Started from the bottom, lacing up my shoes. And I'm ready for that war, which side you choose. I'm all about my grind, so I ain't gon' lose, no.
Money, get that weight up. Money, get that cake on me. Money, get that weight up. I'm just out here trying to get it, understand, homie. Ooh, money get that weight up. Money get that cake, homie. Money get that weight up. It's the same old song, let it play, homie.
Yes, yes, yes. That was Get That Weight Up by Rollo Jesus. And I am excited. That was a good song. I like that. Now, one
Thank
thing
you.
about me, and the beat and everything is good, everything's hot. But what I like for people to do, listen to the lyrics, and when you listen to the lyrics, that make the beat even hotter. And that's for me. That's my experience. And so Jonathan's over here talking about. He said it's a party on making connections and to follow Rollo on all social media platforms.
That's
And
right.
yes, I like that. Very nice. I like that. And so really, y'all gotta follow this man, see what he's got going on, because like he said, he's not just in music. Amanda there says, "I'm happy for you." So
Thank
he's a
you.
businessman, he's consulting other entrepreneurs, other artists. And so he's got a lot of things going on. And so, what do you think? Why is it so important, though, for you to stay in this game and to tell people to get that weight up?
Because I think from my culture where I come from, in Atlanta, Georgia, and I think this is all black men, not in just in America, but across the globe, that hip hop is our connection. Music is that's our thing. Is spiritual, is something in it. And once you get bit with it, even if you're involved in it or you're a listener, it affects you in so many ways. And music is something that you're born to do. It's a gift from the Most High, and when you have it in you, there's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes when you're involved in something for so long, you evolve into other things, and that's why you should never quit on your dream. You should never give up on anything that you want to do with your life, because you may start here, but your grind and your success and your failures and your ups and downs will take you to a whole nother place. If you just be willing to take that journey. So it's very important for me to stay in this, because first off, I don't quit anything that I start. I feel like, my kids and my family, they deserve to see me in a certain light, for me to be looked at it as a role model, for lack of a better words, in people's eyes. And
Right.
and a lot of people want to see me win, because I've been doing it for so long, and I'm kind of like the underdog, and I'm still creating my story. I battle with giants, so I won't stop for a lot of reasons. I got people around me that's doing jail time, that's dead, that started off the game with, and it's not doing, who's lost passion for it, who's raising their kids and their family, and I'm still here on this journey, doing what the creator and the Most High put in me to do, and that's to be here, spreading good music. And if anybody knows my catalog, if you go back to me, I rarely curse. I got the type of music where I come from a place where it's straight archer, so you can listen to it on the road trip with your grandmama and the kids in the car, and you can turn it all the way up loud, and then be something for everybody to enjoy. So I'm not a disrespectful artist by no means. I tell the truth as much as I possibly can on the record, and I try to give people something that a picture that I created that can enjoy it, and it's been working. And thank you for all my fans and everybody who's been riding for me for all these years. So, but until the end, I never stop. I'm gonna continue to run these laps on this marathon, just like great Nipsey Hussle say, and we're gonna keep running the marathon, and it ain't gonna stop.
Don't stop, because what I heard is awesome. And
Thank
you
you.
were talking about taking a road trip. I was just thinking about when we went to Florida, and my mom, she loves to dance and stuff. So I was like, oh, let me hook up with Rollo Jesus
Yeah,
so she can jam down the road, because I know she would enjoy that, your music. So
definitely. Some
and
grown
so
people
you
hip hop.
yeah. So I mean, and that's special, because sometimes you don't want your kids listening to this, or you don't want your parents to know that you're listening to that. But now with your music, it's just like, okay, let's make this a family thing. And so
Let's make
I
it a
think
family
that's
thing.
important. You're making family memories together with this music.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're
So that's
absolutely right.
That's awesome. So tell us more a little bit about your apparel line.
It's called Get That Weight Up Apparel. And it's available right now at getthatweightupapparel.com. And we started off with the Get That Weight Up brand because of the song that you heard, and it just opened to a whole store. I have shoes, bucket hats, coffee mugs, track suits, snapbacks, beanies. I have characters. I have a mascot character. I have Hip Hop Panda Warrior character. I have a mama son character. So it's, I mean, it's a full store. Very excited about it. The shoes just dropped like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they called Jesus pieces. So if you guys follow me on my social media at Rollo Jesus, RALLOGESUS, like you see it right here. But if you type that in, you'll be able to see the unboxing of the shoe. Everything is quality, Italy based, as far as the shoe goes. But yeah, it's a whole story. It's a song that I turned into a brand, that turned into a movement, and it's doing real well. Get that weight up apparel.com. And I'm proud to be a businessman. I'm proud to be moving every day like a businessman and thinking on a business level. And it also gives me, the capital that I need to put back into the music. So it works hand in hand. But just, the most important part is me elevating and getting my weight up as a businessman as well, and running a full business from the ground up. It's very exciting, especially when you're talking about apparel and putting clothes on people and seeing people, with your gear on and stuff. So, as a matter of fact, if you give me your information, you on the back behind stage, I'll send some merchandise to you. So
Okay.
you have a T-shirt or something. You give me your size, and I definitely send it.
Yes.
Yeah, get that weight up.
Let's get that weight up.
Yeah, Jonathan, two of you listening, John, I got a package for you too, Jay. I let me.
Yeah, he's telling everybody get your shoes. He said everybody mama loves Rollo.
Yeah, and I love everybody back, man. It ain't nothing but love. We gonna get there. It's a journey, and I know everybody fighting for the underdog. I know y'all, and that's what I am. People like to see me battling giants. I'm a little artist, and I'm out here battling giants and knocking them down. And these platforms are very important for artists like me. This is how I get my weight up by being making Connection TV and making connections. So independent is the new major. Y'all make sure that you support everything that comes to this platform after me.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited. That's why I love having artists on because I love music. And a lot of times it just takes you to that next place. And I think too, a lot of the songs they help you get through situations. They help you be reminded, okay, you had to start from the beginning, but keep going. Keep pushing. Get that weight up. Get your muscle. Get your strength up.
Absolutely. Exactly. Real
Yes.
talk. That's beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. So what do you have coming up? Anything that we should be waiting for to release or
Yeah, well, I'm having more video. I just dropped the two singles, "Staying in My Own Lane." I have another single I just dropped called "Underground." So definitely be looking forward to shooting visuals for that. I also have a Jesus Talk podcast where I go around the city and we talk about social commentary around the city. You can uh, have that coming. And I'm also I'm dropping these singles, staying consistent with the music, staying consistent in quality with the merchandise, and just staying consistent. That's the most important part. And yeah, new music definitely coming. I have a book that's coming called the Independent Artist Playbook, and we're gonna put on paper everything that we were just talking about as far as learning the music business, the different components of being the artist, blueprint of coming into the game. Because I'm not saying it's a cookie cutter way to do the music business, but it is a formula. And if you do it
right.
right with the right situation and the right connection, there's no way that it cannot happen for you. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. So it don't matter what your drummer sound like, if other people think it sound like, or what it don't sound like. It's not about what the opinion of the record or the opinion of the music. It's a business. So if you got your ducks in the row, you handling your business, you'll be able to sell, move that product because people gonna buy it just off the look of it and the feel of it and the genuine. I can see this person actually put dollars behind it. And that's another thing, artists, invest in yourself. Don't be scared to spend that money in the right places. You can't do it all yourself.
And that's a good point. You have to invest in yourself. And sometimes, even like I said, everything can you be applied to somebody else's business or somebody's life because even we tell entrepreneurs sometimes you have to invest in yourself in the way of getting a coach, getting somebody because you this is something new for you. This is not a journey you've been on before, so you don't know everything, you know. So get that information, get that coaching, get that teaching, so that when your brand goes forth, I mean, you know, it's a brand to be reckoned with, you know. It's something that's going to make an impact, because you want your brand to survive even your life. You know what I'm saying? You want to make
No,
sure that,
absolutely.
because somebody can watch this video 20 years from now and still be like, oh, you know what? I got to get my weight up. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So you want
Absolutely.
it to outlive you. So you have to invest and know, but take the time to know who and what you're investing in.
Do your
Don't
due
just,
diligence.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cause
because it's
yeah,
going to come
it's a
back to
lot of
you, right?
scam. Yeah, it's a lot of scam artists out here too. Got to be careful. There's a lot of people in this industry that's not who they say they are. So you definitely have to do your due diligence and your homework. But you know, once you make that connection, what I learned in doing business is you have more good connections off business than you do actual friends. And sometimes those business connections will end up being long time friends
Yeah,
just based off the good business. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a personal relationship, you know, sometimes that can go to the left more quicker than a business relationship because people respect each other. So it's all kind of just good things with doing good business with people and making sure that, you know, you spend your money, because that's one way of telling somebody thank you is to spend money with them, support them.
absolutely. And so when they're looking for somebody to connect with, what are some of the things they really should be asking? Like, you know, what are some questions they should, or you know, when they get a package, or offer, what should be included? I know you
Well,
can't tell us everything, but
as far as contracts, things like that.
yeah, like if they're investing in somebody to help them with their product,
Oh
to
yeah,
help.
Google is your best friend now and social media, because I mean, if there's some things going on with that person, it's going to be on social media. And you can actually go
You literally,
down, you know, you can do your homework on the Facebook, and you can read the comments. And this person who ain't they ain't say what they say they is, they jip me out some money, or watch out for that person. You know, somebody said is absolutely true. You know, before you spend,
Rollo, you're
you
breaking
know,
up just a little
go
bit.
to the page,
Rollo, can you hear me?
look at their work. Because I eat and just to understand the graphic work, you got other artists you got people that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How am I now?
Okay, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. So repeat that, because I don't think we heard you. Uh-oh. So Rollo might be going through a little dead spot, but that's okay, because hey, we can find them on social media. And so I think what we're going to do right now, let's go ahead and play the second song. And then after he comes back in, he can explain to us more about what this song means for him and why he produced it. So I think the next song is Staying in My Lane by
Welcome to
Rob.
the low life. Yeah. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane. Staying in my lane, I ain't like you. Everything original, I'm staying true. Big dog status with the top down. Ride through the streets of the A-town. Blessings on blessings, I'm chillin'. Learning like blessings, no feelings. I get it and handle my business. Stack to the ceiling, they see that I'm winning. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane. Rolling dolo, knowing knowing it's my show though. In the photo, quitting is a no-no. Apply pressure, this world little test you. 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir. Stay to the grind, all about mine. On my raw down, let these haters see me shine. Rolling with the 9-8 ball corner pocket. You can keep trying, but your haters can't stop it. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing that it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane, feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing that it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane. Hold it in the road, watching for the cops. If I make the wrong move, he might go pop. Ain't no love for the black man, and they wanna see me dead, so I roll with the Gap man. I got a plan to take over the rap game. Put it down, make the world respect the name. Black Jesus, they wanna nail me to the cross, but I'm winning, and I ain't trying to take a loss. Feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane, feeling good, backing out the driveway. Knowing it's my day. I'm from the hood, so I'm mopping up the highway. Staying in my own lane.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Making Connections. You were just listening to Staying in My Own Lane by that young man over there, Rollo Jesus.
Yeah, I had to switch it up real quick, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Had to get it right step by. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Chevy on that one, so I was staying in my lane. I figured I'd get out and get some fresh air, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I appreciate that record. Definitely a huge record for me as well, you know. Staying in my own lane. I hope y'all like that as much as the first one.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about that one and why you created that one.
Well, Staying in My Own Lane is about just basically that, doing your own thing, and it's produced by my brother 3QB from West Africa, and that's another thing. I've been grinding for so long that my reach is able to reach West Africa in Ghana with a talented producer 3Q Beats and get some of that fire, and we put it down, and it's just about, you know, staying in your own lane, not veering into what somebody else doing. If you feel strong about what your grind is, your passion is, you stay in your own lane and you make sure you make that thing happen. So that's what it's about, staying in my own lane. And shout out to 3Q Beats. Shout out to West Africa as well. I see you, Ghana. What's up?
Yes, and I think, just all the things you've already said, you've been very consistent. And so you have stayed in your own lane. You didn't try to just jump maybe when, like you said, maybe when you weren't making as much money or whatever. You didn't just try to jump to what was popular or trending, what we call now trending. You like, this is my lane right here. This is where I flow. This is where my gift is. This is where I excel. So I'm gonna make this happen right here.
Yeah, feeling good. Backing out the driveway. You know what I'm saying? It's that motivational record when you got to get up and hey, I'm feeling good. Today is my day. You own it. You take care. You stay in your own lane and go get it and get that weight up.
That's it. And some days it don't feel like that. So y'all, some days it don't feel like you getting that weight up. Some days you don't know what's gonna happen, but you have to stay consistent. Trust me. There's days I'll be wanting to tell Alan, can you just run some replays for the next month because I ain't feeling it. But I know I got to come here because there's a purpose. The people that I connect with, and that's what I try to tell people, even when I'm like sharing videos and things like this. It's not just about my show, but it's about the people who are on the show. And I share their gifts because they've honored me to come on the show and to share it with me. So I got to share it with everybody else because there's some information, there's a word, there's something that people are sharing on the show that somebody else needs.
No, absolutely. Teamwork make the dream work. We can't do it by ourselves, we all hold each other up out here in life. That's definitely what it's about. And that's why your platform is so beautiful. You guys stick together, and I can feel the love, shout out to you and your team as well.
Thank you. So we have definitely enjoyed having you on the show. Is there something you want to share before we go that we haven't talked about yet? Because I know you got so much with you, and I just don't want to miss anything.
Nah, but I just want to make sure that everybody, make sure y'all follow me on my social media.
Yes.
I'm a gem. I'm a jewel.
I'm a diamond in the rough. I'm a rose through the concrete. I have a lot of information. Uh, I'm not the smartest tool in the drawer, but I'm definitely the most utilized. So, for any artists that got any questions that they want to talk to me about, any platforms, anybody ready to work, that's what I'm about. I think we touched on a lot today. I think it was a great interview. I definitely we made connections. I support you, and I don't really have anything more to say. But y'all make sure y'all get that weight up. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be some bad days. It ain't gonna be right. You're gonna feel bad about it. But I'm telling you, stay in your own lane and you get that weight up. Everything else will work itself out. Have positive people around you at the end of the day. So hey, I'm just making connections, man. We just making connections.
That's it. That's it. And so you guys know, again, we're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. I'm going to run another short commercial here in just a minute. But when we come on the show, all the flyers that you see, I'll make sure they're on the page. It's about community events, it's things happening. It's either somebody maybe feeding somebody, maybe somebody feeding their spirit, maybe somebody offering clothing, a concert that is celebrating we're all still here and we're all can come back together to a somewhat of a degree, but we can get out in the fresh air and just hear some music and enjoy ourselves, release, and be encouraged, because music, they say, is a universal language, and it truly is. They could hear this over in Japan and they just be like, get my weight up. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's what it's about. So I want everybody to be encouraged, because I know life gets hard. I know sometimes you don't know what steps to take, but there are connections. There are people out here. Contact me. Reach out to me. I know artists. I know writers. I know uh, therapists. Jonathan and me
Shout
are
out Jay.
reporting.
Yeah.
Some got the
Y'all
J.
supporting that too. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all good
Yeah.
work. Yeah. Tap in.
So, I mean, we're here for you, and I don't have every answer, but now I actually can make connections. Just like when I first came on the show, I was like, I don't really know anybody. I hope nobody reach out to me. But now you can reach out to me, because I really do have connections. And so be encouraged. So we're gonna run this quick commercial, and when we come back, Rollo, just tell them again, where they can follow you. Give them your website so they can go on and check out your apparel line. And Jonathan says he's ready for his package.
I got him. I got him.
So we're going to take this short break and we will be right back.
Thank you for being such a
Yeah.
wonderful listening audience, whether you were listening live or on the replay. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, Making Connections with Aly and Shay, so that you can get notified every time we go live. Do you have a burning message to share with the audience? Contact Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com with your topic idea and your message to be booked on the show. And if you're an inspirational speaker or a motivator, or simply seeking a platform to share your message, contact Miss Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com to be considered for 30 to 60 minutes of weekly airtime right here on the Making Connections Network. Again, contact Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com to be considered for 30 to 60 minutes of weekly airtime, your own radio show right here on the Making Connections Network.
Hey, everybody. So, as you heard, if you are interested, maybe you're not ready to fully take on a radio show or a TV program, but you want to start getting your name out there. We have guest experts. For example, every first Monday is Carrie Ann Lawrence, every third Monday is Shakita Malloy, and every fourth Monday is James Thompson. So they come on once a week, and whether it's health and wellness, which Carrie does, if it's the prophetic corner like Shakita does, or if it's motivation and inspiration like James does. Maybe you just want to start getting your feet wet. Maybe you just want to start learning more about the business before you commit. It's okay. Give me a call. You can give me a call at 980-389-6826. Wait a minute. Rewind. 980-389-6826. You can call or text that number. And of course, you can reach us on Facebook. Send us a message, and we are here for you. So, Rollo, I thank you so much. Y'all, we've been listening to Rollo Jesus. His clothing line is Get That Weight Up Apparel, and his record label is, tell me, is it Mason? You're muted.
You must, that probably
Okay.
would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, that probably would work. But yeah, it's my son because it's abbreviated Mason. It's Mason, but it's Mama's son, but it's Mason Inc. Records.
Okay. So before we go, I'm gonna ask my last question, and then you're welcome to share whatever you want to before we end. But with your music, with your businesses, with the apparel, what kind of impact do you want that to have on the people who hear your music, who see your brand, and what kind of impact do you want to
I
leave
want I
as
want it
a
to be
legacy?
a long lasting legacy, a long lasting impact. Like you said earlier, when I'm gone, I want my brand, and when you see it, it'll make you feel motivated to want to get up every day and be better than you was yesterday, and to be financial literate and have a little cash flow in your pocket to put some bread in your stomach and your family. It's as simple as that. Long lasting
Yeah.
legacy. Yeah, positivity, grinding, and being financially literate. Get that weight up out there, man. Like I said, it's a motivation. That's what we all about. So for the next entrepreneur that's coming up after me, you can do it. All you got to do is do it. Don't stop. Don't let nobody say what you can and can't do. And you get that weight up every day and learn the business. That's what I want my legacy to be. You know,
Yes, yes, I love it. I
somebody
love
that
it.
got it right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that got it right to be an example for the next one. So y'all get that weight up and stay in your own lane. Like it don't get no the message don't get no clearer.
Right. Just take the message, right?
Yeah, message.
So thank you again for coming on, and I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
You are welcome anytime. When you got something going on, when something new drops, make sure you let us know. If you got
Absolutely.
something you want us to play on, something new drops, and you're like, play this on the show. Just hey, we're here for you because we have now made that connection. So whatever you need from us, we got you.
I appreciate you, my sister. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all follow me at www.rollojesusismasonic.com, www.rollojesusismasonic.com. Get that weight up apparel. All social media is Rollo Jesus. And I appreciate the connection that I made today. Make sure y'all support me and get with me on the back end. Much love from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will have you on again. Um, Shout out again to Jonathan Coleman who made this
My
connection.
God.
If
My
you
God.
need, right, I mean, he will help you out. If you need something, you're not sure how to run your business, maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're just not sure how to structure your business, how to market it, where can I get my music or my apparel shown? Reach out to
Holla at
Jonathan
Jay.
Coleman on
Uh,
Facebook. Some guy named
salute,
Jay,
my
I
guy.
believe he is on IG. If you can't find him, let me know. I will hook you up. I'll
All
make
right,
the
me too.
connection.
Me too. We'll make a connection.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
All right, my
guys, I
sister. Be
know
blessed.
you too. And I can't believe we come to the end of another show. I get sad because I just enjoy. I really am enjoying this path that God has me on right now. I'm enjoying the people that He is connecting me with because, I just feel that connection and I feel the genuineness. And so that's what we're about. We're about, showing the love. Yes. And it's time to shift our mindset. It's time to shift things.
Positive vibrations.
We have opportunities now. We have options. It's out there. You can do this. You can, become an entrepreneur. You can become financially stable. We have options. And even if you want to know about some more of those, reach out to me. So, but we are making connections. This is your girl, Allie. And until next time, as always, Thank you, Rollo.
Peace.
But
Salute.
until next time, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a good day, everybody.
Yeah.